Hey everyone, Big Pauly back with a new update on my Mounjaro journey. Water. It's all about the water. I tell you what was that? If ever I go to Canada, to Niagara Falls, I might just stand on the edge with my head over and just go. Yes, here we are again. What are we in now? Oh my god, I think it's work. We just had week 13. Flipping Norma. Okay, few ups and downs this week. Yeah, a few ups and downs. So let me get into them, and I'll tell you what's gone on the last week. Oh my god, really? Are you serious? Okay, so week 13, so let's scoot right back to last Friday. Had to take Papa Bowman to Canterbury Hospital. I don't know if you remember, he had a massive lump on his hand like that. And he'd had a biopsy on it, and he had an appointment to actually have it cut off. So he had to get the old hospital flipping over hospital gown. You had to get in the hospital gown and have that cut off. It only took about an hour or so, but his appointment was 12:30, and when we got there we found out that he was actually fourth in 4 operations. So we didn't go in until about 4:30. So we were sitting there all the time. And I don't think there's any restaurant there at that hospital. I didn't know how long we were going to be. So that day, I barely ate or drank all day. Seriously. We got there early. We got there about 11. So between getting there at 11 and then coming back about 5 in the evening, I had no water whatsoever. I got a coffee on the way out. And then I tried to swig about 3 litres when I got home. Yes, to try and make up for it. Also, food-wise, food was down because we hadn't had anything to eat since breakfast. Managed to grab a roll and then just do some stuff when I got home. So my food was a little bit depleted on the Friday. Saturday and the Sunday was normal work days. So it was the usual routine in the mornings with the fruit and the shredded wheat. Lunchtime, a salad with egg, ham, one of those Tesco's ones with a lot of roast chicken. And then in the evening, I had one of the My Protein microwave meals from Iceland. And I did that for Saturday and Sunday. Monday, I went to Lulu's in Maidstone, and she was going to make meatballs, spaghetti and meatballs, but apparently the meatballs just fell apart in the pan, so we ended up having bolognese. Yeah, really nice it was. She threw a lot of onions in there and mushrooms and other stuff, so really nice minced beef. So I had some of that. Could only manage a small plateful. Oh, she put it in a wrap, but I cut through the wrap. I just cut through the wrap with a knife, because it was too kind of like sloppy to pick it up and eat it like a wrap. Yeah, so I had that. In the evening, I had some chicken skewers with some vegetables. And then Tuesday, I polished off the rest of the bolognese. Papa Bowman didn't want any, so I finished off the rest of that. I had, I can't remember what else we had. Yeah, I think just in the evening, I think I just had one of the chocolate mousses that I like. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, again, I was at work. Wednesday, I did exactly the same as what I did at the weekend. Tesco salad and chicken breasts, and then a meal in the evening. Thursday, I had the KFC ranch rice bowl, which was really nice. I had that on Thursday lunchtime, and then just a microwave meal later on in the day. Of course, I had the snacks through the day as well, like little mini baby bells and stuff like that, and the chicken bits, which I keep forgetting the name of them. Rangers. I can't remember. I keep forgetting the name of them. Yeah, and of course the water everywhere. So that was that, and then yeah, so that was Thursday, and that brought us up to Friday morning. I was doing all right most of the week. No symptoms, so no problems with the symptoms. You know, their side effects. But like the last 3 days, I hadn't been to poo. So, and that's very unusual because I was hitting between 30 and 35 grams of fibre a day. I don't know if it's got any late reaction to what happened last Friday. I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, hadn't been to poo since about Tuesday. I did have a rather large one this morning, so I'm happy that that happened. So hopefully we're back to normal. But that was the only the only downer this week. The bit of constipation, which kind of like comes and goes every now and again. Thankfully, I don't suffer from it that much. So, yeah, so that's it. So, scales-wise, last week I was 25 stone 13, and I was hoping for a £3 loss this week so that I could hit the 25 stone 10 mark, which would be 3 stone loss. That would be 3 stone loss in 13 weeks. Yeah, 12, 13 weeks. I have weighed myself. Unfortunately, I didn't hit the quota. I will put the scales video here now so that you can see, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. And I'll see if I can try to work out what's going on. Right, okay, so let's get on the scales that I did this morning. Right, okay, here we go. Right, let's see where we are this week. $25.13. Oh no, don't tell me we're at another plateau again. Let's do that again. We're stuck again. Damn. Okay, so there you go. So 25.13 again. So another zero, another plateau. A couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I had a zero as well. And at the time I was eating about 21 to 2200 calories a day. And I figured, let's just cut the calories. So I cut it down to 18 or 1900. And then the following week, which would have been last week, I lost 4 pounds. So I thought, oh, okay, this is all that it needed. It just needed kickstarting. So I thought, okay, we'll just stick to the 1800, stick to the 1900, and hopefully we can maintain that for another week. And unfortunately not. So unless it wants me to go back up again to 2100, 2200 calories, I don't know what's happening. I have kept with the water, 3 litres of water. I haven't done as much walking this week as I've normally done. In the last couple of weeks, I was always go for a walk along the seafront or a walk through the town. I mean, I have been out. I've done like 5,000 steps a day on every day. And maybe 7,000 steps last Monday. So it's not like I've, been sat here all day. So yeah. But maybe this week, maybe I need to get out and do a bit more exercising and a bit more walking. So it's going to be tricky this week, actually, because it's a long week this week, because I've only got 2 days off this week. I've got to work 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can potentially go for another long walk through the park next Saturday and Sunday. However, I did that a couple of weeks ago and it had no bearing on my weight loss. So yeah, it's kind of like going all over the place at the moment. So it's a bit weird. I know bodies have to adjust. I'm just surprised. I'm just surprised it's another zero. It's another plateau. considering that I'm in a 1400 calorie deficit. And yeah, I've been sticking to 1800, 1900 because my maintenance calories are 2926. So it's saying I should have 2426, and I'm just shaping that off. I'm just dropping that down to another, to another 500 or so, another 500, 600. So it's more than 1,000. And I thought that is what was needed to get the weight loss. So I don't know. It's a stumper, that one. It really is. But then again, going through, watching and reading all these people's comments on the Mounjaro Facebook groups, watching YouTube videos, people do have plateaus. People do stay still. And then maybe the next week you'll only lose £1. But I've been doing a good consistency of loss, £3 here, £4 there, £5 there. So yeah, it doesn't, at the moment, it doesn't kind of tend to be every week. It's kind of like staggers itself, and it's like every 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe that's how I'm going to be losing it. I'm a little bit annoyed because I was really hoping to hit that 3 stone mark this week, but I'm not disappointed because when you take into consideration I lost £4 last week, which is way above, it's double what the NHS suggests. They suggest £1 to £2 a week loss. So if you just half that, then for the last 2 weeks I've lost £2 each week. So yeah, maybe I just have to look at it that way. I did watch a video actually from, what was his name? Alan Spicer. I don't know if anybody that watches my videos on Mounjaro knows of him. It's Alan Spicer. I'm losing it. Are you? I'll stick a link down in the description to his YouTube channel. He's been on the Mounjaro journey as well. And I caught a clip of one of his videos. And I will post it here. I'll post the video here so you can see it. It's only a very short clip because it's a YouTube short. But once I watched it, I kind of felt, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I definitely agree with that. And it made me feel a hell of a lot better after I watched that little clip. So thank you, Alan. Thank you for posting that. But I will link his channel down below there.
I may be plateauing at the moment, but I'm feeling positive. And I know that my body will do what it needs to do. It will plateau, it will reorganize, it will reshape, and then when it's ready, it will drop another couple of pounds. But if I plateaued, and I'm also happy, you need to celebrate the wins that you have had.
So we are onto the next week now. So I'm still stuck at 25.13. So we'll see how that goes. It's got to move. Surely it's got to move down. Hopefully £1. But I'm in that position where what do I do? Do I stick to 1800, 1900, or do I risk pushing it to 2100, 2200? Yeah. And I've gone back through my weekly losses, and some weeks I lose £4 or £5 on the 1800 calories. Some weeks I lose £4 or £5 on the 2200 calories. So I'm not really sure what to do. So I think I'm going to stick to the 1800, 1900 this week. Try and up the exercise a little bit more to do a bit more walking, and see if that makes any difference next week. Yeah. Tomorrow's dinner's going to be nice because we've got salmon. So we've got a couple of salmon fillets and steamed veg and that. So that's going to be nice. So we'll see how it goes anyway. But anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. So there you go. And yeah, if you're on Mounjaro, tell me below, have you come across plateaus before? Have you been stuck on one for more than 1 week? And what advice would you give, if you could give some advice, that maybe I haven't thought about? yeah, there we go. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. I'll see you on the next video very soon. I am now going to jab myself with a 2.5. I've got another 2 weeks on that, so I should order another one. Yeah, sticking with the 2.5. Because then that's another thing that I quickly want to go over, that I figured two plateaus in like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks rather. Is that something telling me that I should move up to 5 milligrams? But I don't think it will make any difference, to be honest. It won't make any difference because it's not anything to do with the suppression. I'm not binging rubbish food, crap food. It's still working. The food noise is still working, or cutting out the food noise, and the suppression is still working. So it's not wanting me to go and cheat and eat something. So really, there's no need to move up to 5 milligrams, because it's the same solution. You're going to get the same effect. It's not going to make you lose more weight by going up to a 5 milligrams. It's just for the suppression. So I think I'm going to stay on the 2.5 and we'll see how we go. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. So yeah, I'll let you go and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.